Good morning. Uh, Session 10 we will be discussing about foreign exchange forward contract. Foreign exchange forward contract primarily applicable to exporter importer, and exporter importer generally have huge volume of transaction, and this transaction spread over years, and whenever there is a fluctuation in foreign currency, it affect them significantly, and for that reason they need some kind of risk management product so as to reduce the impact of volatility on foreign currency. And in this context, one of the such product is foreign exchange forward contract. In forward contract, they book foreign currency, and whenever there is a volatility or a fluctuation in exchange rate, it does not affect them. And forward contract are applicable to domestic authorized dealers. Only domestic authorized dealer can provide foreign currency forward contract, and to purchase foreign currency forward contract there should be some underlying risks. Risks may be in the form of volatility of foreign currency. Only whenever there is a volatility, there is a risk, the forward contract can be purchased and sell. We will be discussing in detail about the forward contract, what are the types of forward contracts available in the market, how the authorized dealer or the financial institution decide about the forward contract, how they estimate their exchange rate, everything we will be discussing with examples, because theoretical side is very minimum here. Only through examples we can discuss about forward contract. Let us start with the discussion about the forward contract. As I mentioned that with the introduction of inconvertible paper currency standard and free floating foreign currency, the fluctuation of currency create problems for international trade. As we have discussed in earlier sessions that after the Second World War, many countries got their independence and they started their own paper currency standard. The domestic currency are converted into paper currency, and this inconvertible paper currency and floating exchange rate system create fluctuation in exchange rate, and this fluctuation in exchange rate creates some kind of risks in international trade, and this risk need to be minimized, because this risk exporter importer cannot have a stability in their foreign currency earnings, and because of this reason it may affect the international trade. Realizing this risk, over the year authorized dealer have decided to create some kind of foreign currency market which will provide stability in exchange rate, and this foreign currency market which provides stability in exchange rate is called forward currency contract. Fluctuation of currency, as I mentioned, create risks for exporter and importers. To help the exporter and importer, forward exchange contract has been introduced, and this forward currency contract is in the form of a risk management product. Under forward contract, the authorized dealer sell a forward contract to exporter to importer, where the authorized dealer promise to convert foreign currency at a particular rate despite the market rate fluctuation. What does it mean? It means that whenever a exporter or importer got a forward contract which will be applicable in near future, in between any foreign currency fluctuation does not affect the exporter or importer, because they are immune to foreign currency fluctuation in the actual market. So, foreign currency fluctuation is not affecting the export importer, hence their stability in export import remains, and because of this reason they are immune to the what is called the exchange rate fluctuation. And what are the forward contract available in the market? The forward contract is available for exporter, for importer, for individual, for farms and companies. And forward contract, what are the types for forward contract? Two types of forward contracts primarily available, what is called forward purchase contract and forward sale contract. Forward purchase contract is primarily applicable to inward remittances, because whenever inward remittances means when individuals from foreign country brings foreign currency to domestic country, this is called inward remittances. This inward remittances, for inward remittances, the exporter or the individual can purchase what is called forward purchase contract. For inward remittances, it is applicable to export of goods and services, and in case of forward sale contract, what is called forward sale contract for outward remittances, that is applicable to importer. When importer wanted foreign currency for importing some goods and services from abroad, any fluctuation in foreign currency affects them. So, suppose the importer wants foreign currency after 2 months in the form of US dollar. Now, US dollar is between appreciating. When actually 2 months arrive, that time the US dollar might have appreciated significantly, which will affect the importer balance sheet. Because of this reason, the importer what can do? The importer can when sell a forward contract, and the position will be seized, or the foreign currency any further fluctuation will not affect them. This is called import of goods and services, that is outward remittances. Forward purchase sale contract are applicable. Similarly, repayment of principal in foreign currency loans, because many companies borrow foreign currency from abroad, they have to pay what is called repay the in principal, they have to pay the interest amount, which are future oriented. Any fluctuation of foreign currency affect their principal repayment, affect their interest repayment, and because of this reason they also sell forward contract to immune their position. So, another foreign currency forward contract, what are the position, what is the process of in foreign currency forward contract? Process means process of estimation, process of signing the contract, process of designing the contract. Here forward contract involve two parties, which are the suppose it is a forward contract, purchase forward contract means applicable to inward remittances for exporters. The two party here, the exporter and the authorized dealer, two party. The exporter goes to the authorized dealer and purchase a forward contract to immune its position, and in between there is a contract between the exporter and the authorized dealer, the two party involved here. Then what the party do? The party agree to buy or sell a specified amount of forex at the specified rate at a specified date in future. They agree to buy or sell. Suppose they agree to buy means, suppose the foreign currency is coming to inward remittances for exporter, agree to buy means the authorized dealer agree to buy the inward remittances of exporter for a particular amount. So, amount also fixed at a particular amount at a particular rate. They will also sign a contract for a rate also. What rate? The dollar will be converted into Indian rupee. So, that rate also specified, and when the foreign currency will arrive, the date also specified. The date, suppose after 1 month, the exporter receiving 10 millions of dollar, and he will bring the 10 million to India and convert the 10 million of US dollar into Indian rupee. Then here authorized dealer sign a agreement or contract with the exporter. Exporter after 1 month bring 10 million, the amount 10 million fixed, the date in future, the date of arrival of foreign currency also fixed, and also what rate, the rate authorized dealer will give to the exporter, that rate also fixed. So, 3 things are fixed here, they sign a agreement for 3 things. First thing, the amount of foreign currency, second thing, the date of when the foreign currency will arrive, and third thing is that the rate at which the foreign currency will convert into Indian rupee. The 3 things in the contract will be there, and in between there is no money exchange till the contract period, there will be no money exchange, there will be only the some kind of transaction fee the party will pay to the authorized dealer. At the expiration mean at the date of the forward contract is signed for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, the date will be specified. At the date of expiration or the date of contract become liquidate or the contract period over, a forward contract can be settled either physical delivery, the 10 millions will be delivered to the exporter will 10 million will deliver to the authorized dealer convert into Indian rupee, pay the Indian rupee to the exporter. The physical delivery will take place or a cash settlement take place. Cash settlement means the authorized difference amount the authorized dealer provide to the exporter. The cash settlement and physical deliveries are applicable in case of forward contract. The forward contract is an agreement between 2 parties. The 2 parties agreed to buy or sell particular amount of foreign currency at a particular rate at a particular date, and in between the agreement there is no transaction of any money, only the transaction fee will be there. At the expiration of forward contract, at the expiration means at the date which forward contract matured, on that date there may be physical delivery or there may be cash settlement. So, to understand the forward contract we have to do some kind of problems. Without the problems you cannot understand the process of designing a forward contract, the process of estimation of forward contract rate and process of calculation of the forward contract. So, let us do some example. First you see the example here, in the Mumbai interbank market, the dollar is quoting as spot market $1 is 53.5050 and 53.5100. If you buy a forward contract, if you buy a foreign currency, then you have to pay 53.51. You have to sell US dollar, you will get 53.5050. And forward points for November 25-27, for December 52-55 and for January 77-82. What does it mean? Forward points are given. In the November month, if you want to calculate the forward contract rate, that forward points are given. If you want to calculate the forward contract for December month, forward contracts are given. If you want to calculate the forward contract for the January month, forward points are given. What would be the quote for export proceed which would be realized end of January? The exporter supposed to get foreign currency end of January and he wanted a forward contract, forward purchase contract, because exporter need forward to purchase a forward contract. So, exporter need a forward purchase contract, and what is the rate? The rate of forward contract, and the authorized dealer charges 0.15%, 0.15% as profit margin. Profit margins are given to you. Now, what you have to do that? You have to calculate the forward purchase contract for the exporter. What is the rate? If the authorized dealer charge 0.15% of profit margin, for which date? The date is January, end of January, entire period of January will be calculated. So, here 3 things required. First thing, the rate is given to you, the spot rate US in Indian Mumbai interbank market given to us. The spot rate is here $1 is the dollar spot rate. The dollar spot rate is in the Mumbai interbank market. Mumbai interbank market, the spot rate between US dollar and Indian rupee given to us 53.5050 and 53.5100. This is given to us, and in between we got also December forward points. Forward point we also given to us. Now, for whom we are calculating the forward contract? For the exporter. That means, exporter is getting foreign currency during the month of January, but which date of January you do not know. The month of January, okay, entire month you have to calculate. So, in the month of January, the exporter getting US dollars, and today we are in the month of, suppose that spot market is suppose around January, it is something around January is not, has not come to us. Before January, the spot market rate is given to us. If the exporter wait for the January, it may happen dollar may depreciate or dollar may appreciate. That means, exporter wanted to convert the US dollar into Indian rupee. Suppose in between till the January rupee is depreciating, then the exporter will get more rupee. Suppose rupee appreciate, exporter may get less rupee. So, the exporter might have thought that rupee may appreciate, and he may get if he wait for January, during the January month he may not get a good amount of conversion. So, there is a risk for the exporter, and to avoid this risk, the exporter has gone to the authorized dealer and asked for a forward purchase contract for the rupee dollar exchange rate for the month of January. And in the January month we have the forward points, and in the in between if you see November month forward point 25-27, December month 52-55 and January month 77-80. Now, dollar is coming to India, the authorized dealer, that exporter will give the dollar to the authorized dealer. So, when exporter sell dollar in Indian market, the authorized dealer give less amount of rupee. So, here the applicable spot rate, as we discussed, applicable spot rate is US dollar for 1 US dollar, that is 53.5050. This is applicable spot rate. Okay. This applicable spot rate is 53.5, because the less amount of rupee the authorized dealer will give to the exporter. Now, since the exporter may surrender the US dollar during the month of January, you have to estimate the forward spot rate per sale of US dollar. So, forward point for January is given to us, forward point here, forward point for Jan given to us is Jan. If you see January forward point 77.82, means second one is higher than the first one, 82 is more than the 77. Here rupee is depreciating, US dollar is appreciating, we have discussed earlier section. So, when rupee is depreciating, so you have to add the forward point. So, it is a forward point, it is a forward premium. So, you have to add the US currency is a premium currency here, rupee is a discount currency here. So, we have to add the forward premium. The forward premium is how much? 77.0077. So, 77 point you have to add here. Now, how much coming it? It is coming 53.5127. So, now 535127 after adding the January month premium for the US dollar or the January month discount for the Indian currency. So, we got now the authorized dealer has estimated the forward exchange rate for the month of January. Now, before giving that rate to the exporter, the authorized dealer may charge what is called profit margin. Now, the profit margin authorized dealer has to deduct from here, because he is quoting, he is purchasing for $. So, he have to surrender less and less. So, deduct the profit margin. Profit margin how much here? Profit margin is 0.15 percentage. 0.15 percentage, you deduct the 0.15 percentage of this from here. So, how much coming here? 0.0803. Now, rest this is coming after deducting the 53.4324 is a forward purchase contract for the exporter, and exporter, if he sign a contract with the authorized dealer for the conversion of dollar into rupee during the month of January, the authorized dealer will quote a forward purchase contract rate of 534324. This is a 534324. So, forward purchase contract, the authorized dealer will quote 534324. So, here forward purchase contract, the rate will be, applicable rate will be US dollar 1 will be 53.4324. The authorized dealer will quote, this is the rate to the exporter. If the exporter brings the foreign currency during the month of January, then he will be getting per dollar 53.4324. Suppose in between rupee appreciated, and it is, suppose at the month of January, rupee become month of January, suppose January month, rupee become US dollar, 1 US dollar, rupee appreciated to 52.500. What will happen? 500. Since rupee appreciated per dollar is in the month of January market rate 52.500, but in between the exporter has signed a contract with the authorized dealer 53.4324, he will be getting this rate only, and this rate is not applicable to the authorized dealer, that exporter, because here the contract is valid and authorized, the exporter will get this rate, and this is the advantage for the exporter. Suppose rupee depreciated to 54 in between, suppose month of January, rupee depreciate to 54.500. What will happen? Now, actual market in month of January, dollar is available 54.00 dollar selling rate. Dollar market will purchase dollar at 54, but exporter getting 53.4324. Then question is, what the exporter will do? Exporter may break the contract, pay the fine and convert the export earning at the available market rate of 54 rupees per dollar. This is the advantage for exporter also. Exporter has though exporter has signed a contract with the authorized dealer, he has a freedom to break it at any time by paying the contract signing amount, that is the transaction cost and some kind of penalty for that. If the penalty is, after paying the penalty, he is getting the 54 rupees per dollar, it is better for him to break the contract. Now, let us come to another example. The example is here. If you go through the example, looking at the depreciation of rupee against US dollar, an importer wanted to book a forward import contract to be delivered after 2 months. As an authorized dealer in Mumbai interbank market, what would be your price for such contract if the profit margin is 4.5 percentage? In the Mumbai interbank market, dollar is quoting as spot rate 53.5050, 53.5100, forward point 1 month 45.50, second month 52.50. Now, what from this example, what are the points given to us? What is supposed to do? Here a importer is there. Importer may get US dollar after US dollar may get US dollar after 2 months. Importer may need US dollar after 2 months, but in between the importer has seen the market, evaluate the market. He found that rupee is depreciating, means per dollar he will be paying more and more rupee, but he needs dollar after 2 months, not now. He thought that rupee may depreciate further, that means he is supposed to pay more rupee per dollar. So, he needs to immune his position, and for this he has gone to a authorized dealer. The authorized dealer in the Mumbai interbank market, what rate he will quote to the importer? If the profit margin authorized dealer charge 0.45 percentage and the applicable spot rate is given to us. So, the authorized dealer has to, here a authorized dealer has to sell a forward contract. So, the importer has to sell a forward contract and authorized dealer has to sell the forward contract to importer. Now, same thing, we have to decide what is the applicable spot, then you have to add or deduct the forward points, then you have to add what is called that profit margin and decide the rate. Now, let us do the example. Now, here the authorized dealer is quoting a quote for whom? For the importer. What importer needs? Importer needs foreign currency, that is US dollar. Then when he needs US dollar, he purchase US dollar, the applicable spot will be more to him. Now, in Mumbai interbank market, same thing. Mumbai interbank market, the spot rate is US dollar 53.5050, 53.5100. So, here it is importer, the importer need to purchase US dollar. So, authorized dealer has to charge more. So, the applicable spot is here, applicable spot will be 53.5100, correct. Now, when the importer needs the dollar? After 2 months, if you see after 2 months he may need the dollar. So, but this rate is spot rate, today's rate, after 2 month rate. So, after 2 months you see the forward point after 2 months 52.50. What does it mean? Second number 50 is lower than the 52. So, rupee is what? Rupee is appreciating, not depreciating here. So, here dollar is a discount currency, rupee is a premium currency. So, you have to deduct the forward premium. So, forward point need to be deduct. So, applicable forward point is Jan 2 month forward point, it need to be deducted. 2 month forward premium is how much? 0.0050. Now, what is the rate now? What is the rate is 53.505050. So, after 2 months rupee the dollar will be quoted 53.5050. Now, question is here, the importer will get dollar after 2 months from the authorized dealer at the rate of 53.5050, but authorized dealer need to add the profit margin. So, add the profit margin here. Profit margin how much? 0.45 percentage of 53.5050. This is coming how much? 0.0803. 0.0803 it is coming out. Now, it is coming, if you add it, need to be added 53.5853. What does it mean? The importer will get dollar from the authorized dealer at the rate of 53.5853 after 2 months. So, what is the forward sale contract here? The importer to sell a contract. So, forward sale contract rate, forward sale contract rate will be for January for 2 months, after 2 months 58.533. 58.533. Now, question is here, if rupee is appreciating, then if appreciating more than 53.553, that means in the after 2 months rupee become 52.5800. After 2 months, suppose after 2 months rupee become 52.5800, then what the importer will do? Importer will break the contract. He will finalize, if he want to purchase from the, if you want to break this contract, how much fine you have to pay. If fine is sufficient to cover from 52.5800, then he will break the contract and purchase the dollar from the actual available rate at the actual market. That is 52. If suppose rupee become 54.500, another rate, here also, then there is no need of breaking the contract, because at market rate is available of 54, but he is getting from the authorized dealer at a contracted rate of 53.5853, he will continue with the contract. Okay. This is the beauty of the forward contract. The independence or the freedom lie with the party which actually purchase or sell the contract, that is importer and exporter. Now, let us do a forward contract, what is called the cross currency contract, because these are the actual market dollar or rupee available. So, there is no problem for say getting a forward contract. Suppose in the domestic market, the importer exporter may not get the currency which actually they demand. Here they will go to the authorized dealer, but that particular currency is not available with the authorized dealer, not in the domestic market. The authorized dealer will migrate from one market to another market to get a cross currency rate. In case of cross currency rate, what will be the forward cross contract? How will decide the rate? We have to discuss the problems here. The cross currency we have discussed in earlier session. The cross currency, you have to, for cross currency you have to migrate from one market to another market, that is one country to another country, to get a conversion rate for different rate. and here we have to discuss about a problem where forward cross currency contract, how we can decide the forward cross currency rate. Let us come to a problem. The problem is here, an Indian exporter would realize his export proceed in euro during the end of January 2013. He wanted to convert the euro proceed into Indian rupee. He approaches his authorized dealer to give a forward quote for euro against rupee. The authorized here, the exporter is getting euro and he wanted the euro to be converted into Indian rupee. He is getting after end of January 2013. Now, when he approached to the authorized dealer for giving a forward contract, forward purchase contract for his export earning, which is in the form of euro converted into Indian rupee, what rate the authorized dealer will charge? Here it may happen in Bombay interbank market, direct quote for Indian rupee and euro may not be available. So, the authorized dealer will go from Mumbai interbank market to London interbank market and decide what is called a cross currency rate. So, in Mumbai interbank market, direct quote for euro rupee is not available. If the authorized dealer charges a profit margin of 0.45%, as per the data given below, what quote would the authorized dealer would give to the exporter? Here the rate is here, Mumbai interbank current spot is US dollar and Indian rupee, forward point for US dollar Indian rupee given to it for the January month. In London market, euro and US dollar rate is available and forward point for euro and US dollar is given to us. Now, since direct quote for euro and rupee is not available, the authorized dealer will migrate from Mumbai interbank market to London interbank market and decide the quote. Now, what way we will do it? How we can solve this problem? Suppose you are authorized dealer, what way you can give a quote for a rupee euro after for purchase for forward currency purchase contract for the end of January 2013. Now, to do the problem, what is our approach? Our approach is here, as a authorized dealer, I am getting what? After January month, I am getting euro. The exporter is surrendering me euro. Then what we will do with the euro? I have to give a quote for the rupee. Since direct quote is not available in Mumbai market, so what I will do? I have to sell the euro in London market. In London market, when I sell the euro, I will get what? I will get US dollar. I will get US dollar. Once I get the US dollar, I will go to Mumbai interbank market, sell the US dollar and get rupee. In this process, I am migrating from euro to dollar and dollar to rupee, that is called cross currency rate. Okay. So, but everything will take place when? For the month of January 2013, which has not arrived today now. So, now you have to calculate forward currency exchange rate for euro dollar, then dollar rupee. Now, here first you have to go to the London market. London interbank market. Now, London interbank market, euro is quoting 1 euro is US dollar 1.500, no, 5100 and 1.5150. But this is spot rate, the spot market rate. Spot market, the today rate. Today rate 1 euro in London interbank market is 1.5100 and 1.5150. But what we are doing? The exporter is surrendering us euro. I have to sell the euro to get the US dollar. When the interbank when the authorized dealer sell the euro in interbank market, the market will give him less. So, the applicable spot will between euro and US dollar will be 1.5100. Why? Market will give less. So, always market give less. So, applicable spot is per euro the rate is 1.5100 dollar. Now, this is spot rate. After I have to calculate for January month. So, January month forward premium, you see the forward point for January 30.25, second one 25, first one 30. What does it mean? It means that dollar is appreciating, euro is depreciating, dollar is appreciating, euro is depreciating. So, I have to deduct the forward rate. So, here I have to deduct the forward rate. So, forward point for euro and dollar, forward point deduct. How much I have to deduct? The January month premium. So, January month premium is 0.0030. I have to deduct it. When I deduct, what I am getting out of that? When I deduct, what I am getting out of that? And 0 is 7, 0 it is 7 and it will be 9, 4. So, here we have to calculate the exchange rate actually. So, I will be getting what is called that I will be getting a premium for, I will be getting a rate for the US dollar. I have to open a Excel file here. So, I have to get the 1.5100 minus 0.0030. So, I am getting 1 point, dollar rate will be 1.5070. The dollar rate will be 1.5170 for the month of January 2013. Now, once I got the dollar, what I am supposed to do? I will sell the dollar in the interbank market of India. So, I have to sell the dollar in the interbank market of India. So, I will be getting rupee. I will be getting rupee. So, now come to the Indian market, that is Bombay interbank market. In Bombay interbank market, the spot between dollar and rupee is 53.5050 and 53.5100. But what I am doing? I am selling dollar. I got dollar from the, when I say from the London interbank market, I sold euro and got dollar, and that dollar I will be selling in Indian market to get rupee. When I sell dollar, I will get less amount of rupee. The applicable spot will be this one. So, applicable spot will be 53.5050, 53.5050, but this is spot rate, but I need the rate for the January month. So, January month, what is the forward premium I have to see? In the January month, the forward 45.50, what is rupee is depreciating, So, I have to add the forward premium, add for forward point for January month adding will be there. So, 0 point rupees appreciating. So, 45 0.0045. So, this rate will be 5905.53.5095. So, month of January, in the month of January the rate will be 535095. So, what we got? We got three things here. First thing, the month of January, for the month of January 13, we got three things. First thing, we got the dollar rate will be euro dollar, 1 euro will be dollar rate 1.5070 and rupee dollar rate will be 535095. These two things we got from the market. Now, this rate will be applicable for January month, January 2013. Now, I have to convert euro into Indian rupee. So, now 1 euro will be, now 1 euro is 1.5070 dollar, 1 dollar is 535095. So, if you multiply that 2, we will get what? The 1 euro, how many rupee will be there. So, we multiply these two things. So, what is the multiplication here? 1.5070 into 5095. So, we got what? We got the dollar code here, the rupee will be 1 euro will be 80.63882. 80.63882. This is the 1 euro, when 1 euro equivalent to how much rupee? How much rupee we got it, but this is applicable month of January. So, January month euro will be 80 rupees 63.82 paisa. Now, but this is the rate only, but here the authorized dealer add the commission will be 45 percentage here, 45.45 percentage the commission add. You have to deduct the commission. You are giving a quote for the exporter. So, deduct the commission, deduct profit margin or commission. Profit margin is 0.45 percentage of 80.6388. So, now you have to deduct this and you will get the final quote. Deduct this, you will get the final quote. The quote will be here. If you deduct 0.45 percentage of 80 rupees, 80.6382 from this, we will get the actual calculation. So, how much coming here? This coming around into 0.45 percentage into is coming, the percentage is multiply that and you will get this minus it and you will get this amount. This is coming 80.27594. So, $1 forward sell contract for euro and Indian rupee will be 80.2794. This will be the rate quoted by the authorized dealer for the conversion of euro proceed into Indian rupee during the month of January 2013. Now, here you have to understand that what we have done. We have to, the process is important here. The process is here. When the exporter surrender the euro, the authorized dealer sell the euro in London market and get US dollar. The US dollar rate will be applicable 1.5110. Now, in In January 13 euro is depreciating, dollar is appreciating. So, you deduct the forward point from the US dollar. After deducting this forward point, you will get the euro and dollar conversion during the month of January, that is a forward rate. After getting US dollar, you sell the US dollar Indian market to convert into rupee. So, rupee dollar exchange rate you requires. Rupee dollar exchange rate is what rate you are selling the dollar to get rupee. When you sell the dollar, you will get less amount of rupee, that is $1.53.5050. This is spot rate. So, you have to add here rupee is depreciating, you have to add the forward premium. After adding the forward premium for the month of January, you get the quote for INR and US dollar. After getting the forward quote for euro dollar and INR dollar, you apply the cross currency to get the INR euro forward rate. This is the process of calculation of forward cross currency exchange rate. Now, same thing I have done here. So, now the references are same whatever we have discussed earlier. The International Financial Management by Resnick and Wen, and Multinational Financial Management by Madura, Multinational Financial Management by Safiro. These three books I generally follow. You can go through this book to understand more on forward rate, forward currency market rate. The model question here, discuss the requirements, features and methodology of estimation of forward exchange contract. What we will discuss here? Why we need forward exchange rate, forward forward contract rate, what are the future of forward contract, so what are the rates are there, for whom it is applicable, you discussed that. Then calculation process, that is methodology of estimation, whatever you have discussed you have to mention here. Suppose then second question is a problem. Here Mumbai interbank market dollar is given to you, forward points are given to you, and what would be the quote for Indian importer which would require US dollar at the end of January. So, is the importer required dollar, you to surrender rupee, you require dollar, and for the month of January, and what will be what rate the authorized dealer quote if the charge of profit margin is 0.45%. Same thing whatever you discuss, that here applicable spot rate is 53,510 because the importer surrender purchasing dollar, you have to surrender more rupee. So, 53,510 is the actual applicable rate. For the month of January, the rupee is depreciating, you add the forward premium 55 to get the forward point, forward rate for the month of January. Then you add profit margin 0.45 here to get the forward contract rate for the sale that is purchase and sale contract for importer during the month of January. Second question is here, third question is here, looking at the appreciation rupee against US dollar, the importer wanted to book a forward export contract to be delivered after 2 months. Rupee is appreciating, so exporter will get less amount of rupee when they surrender the US dollar. So, there is a risk for the exporter. So, they wanted to book the forward contract from the beginning now for the 2 month. Authorized dealer in Mumbai interbank market, what rate they will charge? If the spot rate given to you 53,550, 53,511 and forward points are given to you for the 1 month, 2 month. So, here authorized dealer is bringing dollar. So, the applicable spot is here 53,550 and for 2 months, second month is 5250, that is rupee is appreciating, you deduct 52 rupee, you have to deduct. So, 53,550 deduct the forward discount here 52 will get the forward rate for the after 2 months. Then you deduct the profit margin 0.15 percentage, that applicable the actual foreign forward currency rate will be after the deducting the 0.15. So, this is the process of calculation, and we have discussed how the exchange rate fluctuation is a risk for the exporter importer. When there is a risk, they need some product. The product is nothing but the forward purchase, forward contract rate. Forward contract is a risk management product. and exporter importer generally use this product and sign the contract with the authorized dealer to immune their position. Next session we will be discussing about whenever there is a risk, how much loss will be there for the exporter importer, then the calculation is through the value at risk model. Next session will be value at risk model. Thank you.